Hey guys, it's Will from Potato Strong here. I just wanted to go over the recipes that I've set up on my website, potatostrong.com, and just show you some of the things that I set up for you guys, so you can make some quick and easy recipes using a lot of potatoes and pretty simple stuff that doesn't really require that many ingredients and that much effort. There's other sites out there selling books and giving recipes, and I just find there's a lot more work a lot of times. Generally speaking, we stick to a small number of recipes, so the whole diet and nutrition thing can seem complicated in a certain way, but we're all about simplicity, and most people, we tend to eat, and we think most people tend to eat the same group of meals. So if you're in the habit of eating, junk, fatty meals, you're probably going to eat those same types of meals on a regular basis. So being creatures of habit and everything like that. So I'll just go through what we do, but the basics are, a cereal or oatmeal for breakfast, mashed potatoes and some veggies on the side for lunch, and probably various things like tacos, pasta, veggie burger and fries, some of the other things we don't make as much at this point. So there's just a few staples that we tend to repeat over and over again. So so basically I'm just going to show the website, Potato Strong, and scroll down and kind of go through some of the recipes that I have, and then over time, I'll hopefully do more videos to show you exactly how I make them on video. But for now, this gives you a quick overview of what we've got on there, from breakfast, lunch, dinner, a couple of desserts at this point in time. All right, well, let's move on to the next part. Hey guys, it's Will here from Potato Strong. We're just going to go through this website and show you some of the recipes that I've uploaded for you guys. So as you notice up here, potatostrong.com, that's the URL. So make sure you bookmark that. And over here, you can subscribe to the blog. So that means that you can provide your email address, and then anytime I add a new recipe or blog post, you'll get an email notification. You can also connect with me. So it's facebook.com/potatostrong. There's a Google Plus profile. Twitter is just my Will Krisky profile. I haven't really set up a separate one right now. And then YouTube channel, Potato Strong, if you're watching this on YouTube. You can subscribe, like the videos, and share them. That would be great. So here I've got some categories set up. So I got breakfast, dinner, lunch, recipes. Like right now, most things are recipes, but there'll be some other posts. There's a gravy one, just because that's important with the potato site, and a few other categories. So here, I'm just going to scroll through some of the recipes. We just made this today. These are sweet potatoes. So they're cut and baked, and then at the end you broil them. And they're covered in a variety of spices, from paprika, cayenne pepper, garlic, and onion powder. And so we make fries now with no oil. They're not fried, they're just baked, and they get pretty crispy if you broil them at the end. And we usually put ketchup on there. These were so good, I'm pretty much addicted right now, so I'm going to be eating them a lot. So we've got the ingredients and some directions here. Pretty simple stuff. I also made this morning, banana milk. So if you're trying to get off the dairy, or if you make your own or buy dairy milk, it can be kind of expensive, or non-dairy milk like almond or rice milk and that. This is really low fat. It's just a banana. So I blend one banana with some water, and I just added a drop of vanilla. It was really creamy and had a really amazing banana flavor. So I just blend this in the Vitamix. So it's fresh milk every morning without the nuts milk. You have to kind of soak them and blend them, and then filter it through a nut bag, and then you've got the pulp left over. There's a bit more fat in the soy and the almond milks if you don't get the non-fat versions. So this was great. Here's a no-fat vegan chili. This is amazing. It's actually, it's got your kidney beans and um, some tomato sauce, and basically we use the Eve's Cuisine ground round. It's the Mexican type. So some people don't want the soy. It's a great transition for people that are used to meat and dairy, the chilies and that. But you could try lentils. We haven't done that yet, but we've used lentils in shepherd's pie, and it was great. So, but this is an unbelievable. It's really spicy with the chili mix here, and there's some whole grain bread on the side. It's just without any butter or anything. Just you can put some chili on it as you eat it. Some instructions here. If you can, it'd be great if you could tweet this out and share it on Facebook and Pinterest and that type of thing. If you hold your mouse over the image, you see this pin it, so you can actually pin it to your Pinterest board, the basic photos that I have. Here's another one similar to these are just crispy no-fat potato fries. We use, in this case, red potatoes. So you just cut them into wedges and bake them, and then you broil them at the end. We use gravy on those, or ketchup, or ketchup. This is a similar photo, just got a veggie burger, but this is just the recipe for the French fries. So these are really simple recipes. Here's one of my favorites we've been eating a lot, regular basis, is the low-fat tacos. So basically, these are corn tortillas that we buy from a store called La Tortilla Liera. I can't really say it, but it's in Toronto, and they ship it to us. They make them fresh on a Monday, and they try to get it to you by Friday or early the following week. And there's a bean mixture, so it's got black beans, rice, and corn with some diced tomatoes and kind of a chili mix, or if you want to use cumin and chili powder and stuff like that, onion, garlic powder. It's pretty quick. I don't do a lot of frying. I just dump it all in a big skillet and heat it up. I show you how to make these. These are our own tacos. You just hang them over the oven rack. So I've got a video here which shows you how to do that. You hang the tortillas over the oven rack. When you bake them, they fold down into these shapes, and they're so crunchy, and you can really taste the corn. So much better than those store-bought ones. And there's no fat in there. Those are non-GMO tortillas as well. Here's a whole wheat pasta with Alfredo sauce. So it's basically white kidney beans. You blend those in the blender with some almond milk. Now there's no oil. Just all this stuff is no oil added. There might be some fat in the food themselves, but we don't add. It's pretty low fat overall. So I a lot of times leave out the oil because usually it's just for frying. So if you want to fry something, you can just fry onions and garlic in water. It just cooks it, or spinach you can throw in, and in whatever meal you have, you don't even need oil. So it just got a bad habit. We just kept adding lots of oil. Here's low-fat lentil meatballs. So these are made with lentils and some breadcrumbs, and you bake them. So one thing you can do is this milled flaxseed in water is kind of an egg replacer. So basically it keeps things sticking together. And if you bake it and broil it a bit at the end, they get pretty tasty. They're fairly soft, being a bean. But so good. You can put them on all sorts of different types of pasta. This is a good one. This Nacho Dip. This has got either black beans. You can mash them a bit with a fork or a masher, potato masher, hand masher, and you can put, or refried beans, and then green pepper and onion, and then a layer of salsa. If you're at a pretty good weight, like a low body fat, you could put some avocado, make a little guacamole on the bottom with some lime juice and garlic. Mix that in with some avocado, but it gets so much flavor, so much more flavorful. And then these are I cut the tortillas, those ones from the tacos, same thing. Cut them in 6 and bake them on trays with parchment paper. until they get crispy. So a lot of stuff we eat now is really unbelievable. I don't miss any of the other stuff I used to eat, like the cheese and the dairy and the sour creams and all that. Here's a picture showing the tortillas kind of fold down over the racks as you bake them. Let's go to the older posts here. There's these crispy white bean cakes. So these are like kind of fish cakes. So we live on the East Coast, just north of Maine, and it's, you know, people like their fish cakes. These are potatoes and white kidney beans. So real tasty. Bake those as well. Breadcrumbs on the outside. It makes them real crispy and with ketchup. Here's a dessert. I'll probably add another dessert, but this is, if you freeze bananas and you blend them, it's unbelievable. It's like soft serve ice cream. So I've got another one with I put a little bit of maple syrup and walnut. It's like a maple walnut, but this is just some strawberries blended with, and it's unbelievable. If you ever have, you want to get some of your dessert cravings, ice creams. Here's my big bowl. I have this every day for breakfast. It's oatmeal, and I just throw the rolled oats right in the cold cereal with whole wheat, with basically what is it? Shredded wheat, and I don't have grape nuts that often. It gives a bit of crunch. Milled flaxseed, and bananas and strawberries. I've been using banana milk, as I mentioned just today, actually. These are fat-free pancakes. You have to get the white whole wheat pastry flour, which is lighter than the whole wheat flour, but it's still whole wheat. I use a non-stick grill, this Cuisinart 5-in-1 griddler, and I don't put any oil or spray or anything. I just cook them right on the. I don't have this that often. It's you have to eat quite a few of these to be filling, but these are great too, just to break up like on a weekend or something like that. No fat hash browns, so I blend up some potatoes in water and in the Vitamix, and it shreds them like this, and then I bake them in the oven. So that's a nice breakfast as well, hash browns. This is my latest no fat gravy. So I just use flour, some vegetable stock, onion and garlic powder, and water. And there's this browning sauce at the end. And basically, yeah, I put that on mashed potatoes, shepherd's pie. I was buying packets, but they're up to like $1 to $2 per packet, which adds up if you're buying this all the time. A lot of people buy it just on holidays, but I'm buying it like, I'm eating it, once or twice a day. So found a really quick thing. This is just a quick, there's no frying. You could obviously fry onion and garlic and all that, but this is really quick. Here's the lentil shepherd's pie. It's amazing. We eat that quite a bit. There's a video on how to make it as well. Bonnie, my wife, shows you how to make that. This is really quick too, because she doesn't fry anything up. She just throws the onion and stuff in there and bakes it. There's a video on my breakfast, what I do, everything that I use. And then here's the mashed potatoes. When we use red potatoes, they're so creamy. We don't put any milk or water even in this, or vegetable broth, but you could. And we don't peel the potatoes. So you just boil them till they're really soft and breaking apart. And just whip them with, we use the hand mix, those mixers. And I put some onion and garlic powder in there. It's really nice. So that's pretty much the cover there. There's going to be a few extra things I'm going to add, so you can categorize if you're looking for a certain, or you can also use the search box. And then I've got these categories here. As I was talking, there's another thing. We have a tofu scramble for eggs. It's amazing in the morning. It tastes just like eggs, like scrambled eggs, and like I said, the maple banana. There's a couple other desserts in that, and we'll add more as we go. But this is a good start for you guys to get going and just eat these things. And high carb, low fat, low protein, super tasty and comfort. So if you're raw till 4, or you're cooked, McDougal type. Or you just want to eat a little bit of starches, you're going from meat and dairy, this is a great way to go. So have fun with that, and let me know how you like the recipes. See you guys.